Hey YouTube, I know it's been forever and this is definitely not a reef tank. Um, my reef tank wound up looking great and it really matured. And then I had like 4 other fish tanks because I don't know, I got a little overzealous with it and I wound up getting I don't know. I just overwhelmed myself and I took everything down. So anyways, this is I just started this tank about a month and 2 weeks ago, so I slowly just started adding fish. Now, initially, the month was okay, and as it was cycling, all of a sudden, 2 weeks ago, I had a really bad cyanobacteria outbreak, and you could see tiny little bit of remnants, that little bit of teal underneath it's not a tree, that driftwood piece that I'm trying to turn into a tree-like thing. Either way, as you can see, now I got all this hair algae. Now, I was using the algae to my advantage to outcompete the cyano for nutrients, but here I am, and the hair algae is pretty ugly, so now I gotta figure out how to get rid of that without bringing the cyano back. So I'm thinking of waiting until the cyano is completely eradicated, then I'm gonna go in and try and clear out as much of the hair algae as I can. So like I said, this tank is this is going on a month and third week, so almost 2 months old. I don't know, I think it's looking pretty okay, minus the hair algae and stuff like that. I got some Java moss, a Java fern, Hydrophila compact, dwarf hairgrass. I have 2 Anubias. I have a foreground Anubia and a midground / background Anubia going on. I believe that's foxtail. I'm not 100% sure. I forgot what it was. And I don't know. If you guys know, comment, let me know what it is, because I certainly don't remember. Anyways, as you can see, there's all this stuff floating in the water, and I promise you, it's not a bunch of shit. It's actually micro bubbles for my, let's see if I can show you, right there. I have a CO2 diffuser going, and it's actually really nice. So I have a custom GLA made regulator off of a 5-pound CO2 cylinder. I honestly, if you're gonna run a planted tank, these are like a must-have, and I can't recommend GLA enough. Their customer service is, you know, unmatched by many. And pretty much, if you're going to buy any regulator, why waste your money with the $50 and $100 regulators that are inevitably going to break? Get yourself a custom GLA one. They're not sponsoring me in any capacity. This is just, they're, from having other regulators in the past, this one is a beast. And all the reviews I read on it, it comes with a warranty. Like, you cannot go wrong with this regulator. It even has a solenoid, so when these lights kick on, you know, that kicks on. So, I don't know, really nice. And as far as this tank, it's actually the Fluval Ascol Pure Tank. Now, I obviously modified it. You can keep it stock and grow plants in it just fine. But being the person that I am, I like to mod things. I really do. And then I know I'm gonna get some, like, someone saying, like, well, why did you buy an all-in-one system if you're gonna modify it? And I'm just, because it's easier and I don't have to build my own sump and all of that. And being that I live in such a tiny house, these all-in-one systems, like, this is not a big house. This is a very tiny wall that I have this on. And it doesn't look bad, you know? My house is very cramped for space. So, not having to deal with creating all that other junk I don't know. It's just easier for me. And I could do little tweaks and stuff like that to make it a system all of my own. Now, the reason why I have so many power heads going, because it does have its own power head in the back there. This was my multi-step approach to combating the cyanobacteria, which has worked really well. I dropped the temperature down to 76.0 degrees Fahrenheit, increased the oxygenation since cyano's an anaerobic bacteria, so they hate oxygen. Yeah, it's worked. I also use this, it's Dr. Tim's Waste Away, and it's an all-natural bacterial-based additive to the water. And I've used that for my reef tank when I had a cyano outbreak, and it's phenomenal. I mean, this shit just works. I'm sorry, I don't mean to keep cursing, but it works really well. I mean, if you would have seen this entire green sandy beach right there, it was just blanketed with thick green cyano. Oddly enough, the cyano didn't, maybe it was because I couldn't see it well enough, but it didn't really stick to the black too much. I did get it on some of the hair grass, which was frustrating. In fact, I still might have, like, just a little bit of remnants on the hair grass of the cyano. Just a little tiny bit. Like I said, it's on its way out. So, as of now, I'm not gonna touch the hair algae because I would much rather have the hair algae look unsightly as it is than have the cyano, because that stuff is just horrible and it takes such a long time to get rid of. And I mean, this is like week 2 and I still have some, so it's just finding the right balance, I guess. But aside from that, I mean, I am using a bunch of C-Chem additives, the Flourish line for the plants and giving them extra fertilizer, because I am also running ChemiPure Purigen. Now, I am using the planted tank one, so it's not sucking out quite as many nutrients, but it's still doing it. So I'm trying to do my best to make sure I keep a fine balance, because I really want this tank to just be covered. I'm going to try and keep the white sandy beach area mostly plant free. That's why I added these when I was aquascaping. I didn't do a very good job of hiding them, but I have these set up and they go all the way to the bottom, so hopefully that'll keep most of the dwarf hairgrass off, and whatever does migrate into the white sand I can just pull out, cut and pull out. So I don't know, we'll see. This tank is going to be up for a long time, I can guarantee that, because I kept my reef tank up for over, well, almost 2 years before I just got overwhelmed, and I'm sorry I never updated on it, because at the very end of it, man, it was a very pretty tank. Anyways, thanks for watching if you made it this far. I know it's a long video. If you have any questions, comment. I'll do my best to answer them, and I'll do another review of how exactly I set up my Askall Pure tank.